Once she gets in, you tell her I entered the cab with 3 points of contact. My seat's properly mounted, secured, not broke, cracked, or damaged. My safety belt, properly mounted, secured, it's not cut, cracked, or frayed. Safety belt latch, properly mounted, secured, not broke, cracked, or damaged. It latches and unlatches. Now for my safety and emergency equipment. On the driver's side under my bunk, I have a fully charged 10-pound ABC fire extinguisher with pin in place and 3 red bi-directional reflective triangles. They are all properly mounted, secured, not broke, cracked, or damaged. In my passenger side access panel, I have 6 spare fuses. Now I will do my safe start. I'll make sure my brakes are applied and my gear selector's in neutral. I'll turn my key to the on position. Let my gauges cycle. My ABS light came on and went off. It's an indication it's functioning properly. I'll cover my service brake and I'll start the vehicle. Now I'm gonna let my air pressure build up until the governor kicks out, and it should kick out between 120 and 140 psi. This truck typically kicks out at 130 psi. While I'm waiting on my air pressure to build up, I'm gonna start with my outside mirrors. They're properly mounted, secured, not broke, cracked, damaged. They're clean and properly adjusted. My windows and windshield, properly mounted, secured, not broke, cracked, or damaged. They have no illegal stickers, no obstructions, and no cracks or chips larger than a dime. My windshield wiper arms, properly mounted, secured, and not broke, cracked, or damaged. Windshield wiper blades, properly mounted, secured, and not cut, cracked, or frayed, and no signs of dry rotting. My washer fluid functions properly. Okay, next I'm going to come down and I'm going to do my light indicators. Turn my headlights on. Get my governor kicked out about 130 psi. Left turn signal indicators functioning properly. Right turn signal indicators functioning properly. My low beam indicator indicated by the green light is functioning properly. High beam indicator indicated by the blue light functioning properly. My four-way hazards are functioning properly. Now I'm going to do my defrost. And my defroster is functioning properly. Floor heat is functioning properly. Now I'm going to come down and I'm going to do my gauges. All my gauges are properly mounted, secured, not broke, cracked, or damaged. Oil pressure gauge, normal operating range is 20 to 60 psi. My fuel and DEF gauge. My fuel is indicated by the white needle, and my DEF indicated by the blue needle. I have adequate fuel for my trip. I have at least 1/8 of the tank of DEF. My voltmeter, normal operating range is 12 to 14.5 volts. My air pressure gauge, I have primary and secondary. Primary is indicated by the white needle, secondary is indicated by the blue needle. Normal operating range is 90 to 140 psi. My coolant temperature gauge, normal operating range is 180 to 210 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, come back and check my city horn, functioning properly. Air horn, functioning properly. Now I'm going to do my steering wheel free play test. Turn my wheel all the way to the left and let it go. I'm going to watch my steer tire and move my steering wheel back and forth, making smaller and smaller movements until my tire doesn't move no more. The remaining movement of my steering wheel will be my free play. On a 20-inch wheel, I can't have no more than 2 inches of free play or 10 degrees. So right there's my free play. So I have approximately 1/2 inch of free play. I'm in compliance. Now, if you have your steering wheel all the way to the left or all the way to the right, and you want to get it straight, all you got to do is go the other direction 2 revolutions. Okay? Now, I'm ready to begin my air brake test. I have my air pressure is built up to 130 psi, so I have an adequate amount of air pressure to conduct this test. First thing I'm going to do is turn my engine off and my key on. First test I'm going to do is my leakage test for a combination vehicle. I'm going to release my brakes and apply pressure to my service brake and let my air pressure settle. Once it settles, I'll time it for 1 minute, and in that 1 minute I can't lose more than 4 psi. Turn that air off back there. Okay, it's settled. I'll start my time. So you hold your service brake for the full minute. Now you can put your own stopwatch up here so you don't stop your test before the minute. It's got to be a full minute. If they got auditors up there and you don't go to full minute, you're going to fail. This portion of the in-cab inspection has to be exactly right or you fail. There's no points on this. It's pass or fail. Yeah, it's been a minute. I didn't lose any air pressure, so I'm in compliance. Next test I'm going to do is my low air indicator test. I'm going to fan my brakes. It means pump on and off my service brake. My low air indicator should come on at or before it gets to 55 psi. Okay. There's my audible, my visual. We hear the audible, and they activated approximately 60 psi, so I'm in compliance. Next test I'm going to do is my spring brake test. I'm going to continue fanning my brakes. When my air pressure gets between 45 and 20 psi, my tractor protection valve should activate, setting my brakes, and my buttons will pop out. There we go. They popped out. Y'all don't reach down and grab that though. And they popped out approximately 30 psi, so I'm in compliance there. Now, before I can do my next test, which is my parking brake test, I need to build my air pressure back up. I'm going to do another safe start. And let my air pressure build up till the governor kicks out. It should kick out between 120 and 140 psi. This truck normally kicks out at 130 psi. While my air pressure is building up, first thing I want to check to make sure my low air indicator goes off. That should go off at or above 55 psi. I'm going to apply pressure, mash my throttle. Yep, the air pressure build up quicker. Another thing I need to do before I can do my parking brake test, I have to put my wheel chocks in. So once I get my air pressure built up, then I will back up a little bit, remove my wheel chocks, and then I'll perform my parking brake test. Okay, my low air indicator went off at approximately 60 psi, so I'm in compliance. Next, I'm going to do my rate of build test. I'm going to let my air pressure build up to 85 psi, and I'm going to time it. It shouldn't take more than 45 seconds for it to get from 85 to 100 psi. Let's say it's about 85. We'll start the timer. We're at 100 psi, that's at 30 seconds. So that's in compliance. I'll continue to build my air pressure till the governor kicks out between 120 140 psi, and this truck usually kicks out at 130 psi. Governor just kicked out approximately 130 psi. So when you hear that, that means the governor kicked out. Okay. I'll back up just a little bit and get my wheel chocks, put them up. Anytime you move this truck, before you move it, you need to check both them mirrors, make sure it's clear to move the truck.